Okay, now then, this is day 2, or it's the second day after embarkation day, and we are at Celebration
Key or K. I'm not sure
Right.
how they, but
We did get 2-day beds. I don't know if we'll need them or not, but we need shade, and so we're wanting to get off the ship later. And there is another ship port dock
there's
next
another,
to us.
another Carnival.
So I don't know how busy it would be, but we went ahead and got a day bed for
$149.99
It's
per day bed.
Yeah, it's
supposed to be for four people.
And it looks like a day bed for 2 people, and then in front of it's 2 lounge chairs with an umbrella, but we'll show you that.
Yeah.
And we are on the starboard side of this ship, and so when we docked, you don't see the island.
Yeah, we face out to the ocean.
So we face out to the ocean. So if you want to actually see the island, you might be on port side, but we also noticed that there is another ship
that is already docked
next to us.
From there,
But if you're on the port side, you may be the first ship in, so you might be able just to go out in your balcony and see it.
Yeah.
If you're on the starboard side, you definitely won't. So
Yeah.
that's just a hint.
Yeah.
Now then, they said, we'll find out more, but we're trying to figure out what to take on. They said take on your sail-away card,
Sail-away card,
a photo ID, which we're just taking our license, and then they did say take a credit card. I thought we could charge everything.
Yeah, we were thinking you could just charge with your sail-away card, but they did say on their need to know area of the Carnival Hub app that you need to bring a credit card for additional purchases at the stores and things. So
the stores are probably not,
so we're not
Carnival stores, so you can't charge to this. So if you want merchandise,
we're assuming at the bars you can probably charge to your sail-away card. But anyway, but we don't know if it's like totally cashless island too, because we're not sure. It doesn't say anywhere.
We'll find that out.
But we'll find out for sure.
And then also keep in mind that if you get the drink package on Carnival,
right,
it's not included on the island, so you will pay for drinks there.
Any drinks you get there are additional. They do not count towards your 15 drinks per day with the drink package on the ship, so that doesn't. But you do have to pay. You got to pay additional charge for that.
That's about it. So we'll find out more for you.
Come go with us for a day at Celebration K.
Celebrating Key! Okay, once we got off the ship, we took the tram all the way to Paradise Plaza. Now, it's an easy walk. You can walk it, but they had also plenty of trams, and they were free, so we took the tram into here's Paradise Plaza. Customer service to see if you had any questions, and then you see this big sandcastle in the back. If you go to the left of the sandcastle, you're going to go to the adult area, Calypso Beach. Lagoon. If you go to the right, you're going to go to Starfish Lagoon, which is the children's side. Our day beds was here in Calypso side. It was actually Calypso Lagoon Beach, and this was the day bed for $149.99. Now you get 2 day beds, 2 chairs in the front, and an umbrella. But if you notice, there's plenty of seats open. All these yellow umbrellas are free seating, and it was open. We got off late, I would say around 10 o'clock. So, okay, so I don't think you're gonna have any problem finding seats. We got off about 10 o'clock. There's 2 ships that's docked, and there were still plenty of seats open. Now the dock, they look like they're building more out. So I think they're planning on having 3 or 4 ships on this island at one time. And the island's huge. It's built for all these people. But right now, no crowds, no problem. Of course, we're in September. Now I'm going to take you up to Calypso Lagoon area. It's a 0 entry. This is the south side of it. It's called the south side, 0 entry. Goes up to about waist deep. It has a little bar over here called Sunshine Swing Bar. It's about 50 swings. Some set in the water, some set on the other side in the sand. All these red umbrellas are free seats that you can get right here on the south side of Calypso Lagoon. And then they do have cabanas, which I'm going to show you more of that later. Here in the back, they're on the water or on the lagoon cabanas. And then as we walked around here, I was going to just pan to let you know all these little red umbrellas are all free seats, and it's all in the sand. They go all the way around. This is the south side, and you have north side. Now these orange little day beds that sit here in the water, you can rent those as well. They're $119 for the day, and they're right here by the swim-up bar on the Calypso side. And the swim-up bar, I think, is called Long Neck, and it holds like 166 people that you can sit at this bar. And then they have a DJ some days. So I bet this place is really hopping. And then right behind this bar area is a restaurant called Minko's. Now, Minko's is not free. It does cost you, but you get 25% off. It's a sit-down restaurant. And then here is some more umbrellas that are all free around this area. So now keep in mind that your drink package is not included on the island. So that's going to cost you. And then some restaurants that are sit-down restaurants are going to cost you. Here's one of the restaurants that would cost you. It's the Surf and Sauce. It's a barbecue restaurant toward the back of Calypso, the north side of the lagoon. And it's going to cost you. It gives you 25% off, though. And then also throughout, they have these restrooms. And on the Calypso side, they had this pharmacy box, which you could use your credit card. If you needed anything, any medicine whatsoever, you could get it out of this box. Then they also do have around the restrooms lockers. You can get a large locker for $20 a day and a medium locker for $15 a day. And this is all on the north side of Calypso Lagoon. Now, if I walk right behind the castle, in between Calypso and Starfish Lagoon, you have all these shops. And this is why they tell you to bring your credit card, because most of them, they don't take your sell-away card and they don't take cash. So I would bring your credit card. And then the sandcastle has water slides in it. It's about 2 different water slides. They charge $15 a person a day, but you can use it as long as you want those water slides. And then they also have, we're going over to the Starfish Lagoon side, the children's side. And here is a bar. They have these little bars throughout the island. So you can get your drink here at an extra cost. I did tell you that the drink package it's not included on the island. And then here is the splash pad for the kid area, which is really a pretty cool splash pad area. Okay, and if you keep on walking from the splash pad area, you'll see the lagoon area, and then you'll see this big restaurant, and it's called the Captain's Galley. It's a food court food hall. And this is where when you get off the ship, they put a free meal on your sell-away card called Islands Eats, and it's free. You get 1 free meal, 1 free dessert, and water. I couldn't find where tea or lemonade or sodas or liquor or anything else is included. So you get your 1 free meal, 1 dessert, and I got water. And you get all this stuff here at Captain's Galley is part of that Islands Eats. So Captain's Galley is, like I said, it's a big food court. It has hamburgers and hot dogs. It has pizza, it has tacos, it has taco bows, it has Mediterranean bows. It had a lot of variety of food. And then if you wanted to order you a drink or order you pop, it's at an extra charge. Plenty of seating. We were here about 11:30, 12 noon. 2 ships in port. No problem having a seating here. Of course, it's in September, so it may be a little bit different in the middle of the summer. But toward the end of Captain's Galley here, you would also have another bar. So let's say you wanted to get your food and then you wanted to get an alcoholic drink. You could sit up here, order one, pay for it, and you can eat up here if you wanted to. But it's very clean, very new, and like I said, plenty of seating. Now then, we are looking at the actual thing of I got a Mediterranean bowl and Steve got a pizza. My Mediterranean bowl, you could pick out your protein, your rice, your dressing, and I thought it was very good. And then on top of that, we did get a dessert. I ended up just getting a chocolate chip cookie, and so did Steve. I got water to drink. Steve got a soda at an extra cost. So the food here, I didn't have a problem. Now then, if you want to go look at the Starfish Lagoon area, when we were here, there was plenty of seats. Nobody hardly was on this side. This is the Starfish Lagoon South. The north side's at the back. Zero entry. You had these floating aqua cabanas, which I thought was really cool. I think they were like $109. They had day beds over here. Everything that's got the green or blue umbrellas, free seating. Then they had over the water cabanas. They had bathrooms back here, brand new, clean, very nice. And then on both sides, they had these food trucks. So some of the food trucks take that free meal that your island eats. They will give you the free meal at the food truck, but you have to ask each individual food truck. Some do, some don't, that we ran into. So I would just, before you ordered anything and think that you're going to get your free meal, your island eats meal here, I would double check with them and see if it's included. But you also had shaved ice, donuts, tacos, wraps. You had all kinds of different food trucks on both sides, on Starfish and also Calypso. Now at the back of Starfish Lagoon, you do have a pickleball court and you have another restaurant called Gill's Grill. Now Gill's Grill is an extra cost sit-down restaurant, get 25% off, and it's like Caribbean food or seafood. Then you also had cabanas back here. You had just a little sand play area in the kids' area, and had musical instruments and a playground. You kind of, on the adult side, the Calypso side, they had the basketball court and the volleyball court. On the kids' side, they had a little bit different. All through the park, you had these snack shacks, and these snack shacks are a little bit different. You could ask them if they included the island eats. Some may not. This one was a pizza one. It was right by the Kid Lagoon, the Starfish Lagoon. Here is some over-the-water cabanas. You got the chairs up front. You got a big cabana there. You probably could get 10 people in there and share the cost. And then you also do have some places that do coffee and ice cream, and of course all of this is an extra cost. And you can also snorkel on the island. The snorkeling gear is $15 per person per day. Now, did we need to do the extra cost of the day bed? No, we did not. Like I said, there was plenty of seats open right now with only 2 ships in port. I did love the day beds. The only thing I wish they would put a drink holder somewhere where you can, in the middle of the day bed here, but you don't need them at this time. Now, when they add more ships to this port, you might need them if you're going to get off later. What I would do with Celebration Key is I would get their map and I'd find out where the free seats are and pick where I want to be at. So you will know as soon as you're getting off, am I going to Calypso? Am I going to Starfish? Do I want to be on the south side, the beach front, or the north side? You'll have it all figured out. Now we're walking back and I'm just showing you how easy of a walk this is. It's not too hard at all, and they do have these little shades over the walkway. That's a big shout out to Carnival Cruise, because I've been on other cruise ships at their private island and they do have these long walks, have no shade. So I do like those little shade sails that they have out. And then as we're getting on the ship, I'm just kind of showing you, we got the Glory Inn, we got the Carnival Sunrise, and then there's the dock going on out, and you can see the construction. So I really do feel like they're going to probably try to add at least capability of having 4 ships in at one time on this island, which is a big island, and it could probably carry all this, because 2 ships we had no problem. Of course, it's September. Don't know how full the ships were, but we had no problem with finding seats or getting drinks or getting anything to eat. So I really did like Celebration Key at this time. There we go. Leaving Celebration Key. Glory's still there. And the storm is coming in.
Storm's coming onto the
Onto the highway. We're heading out away to sea. That's an awesome storm though, isn't it? We're gonna do a tour of the ship real quick, right?
Yeah, good morning. It's the Grand Turks today, and we don't dock till 11. So it's about 7:30. We're going to do a quick ship tour of the ship. So here's the...
We're gonna start on deck 3.
Here's the layout as you head forward.
So you have elevator landings. This is, and you have your deck plane right here all the time.
Yeah.
And then you have glass elevators, which a lot of people don't use.
Yeah,
So remember that.
trick about that is a lot of people for some reason don't use the glass elevators, so there's usually a little less waiting time for those.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is deck 3. Now you're coming into the midship area.
This is where you get on the ship.
This is where you board the ship.
You have your adventures right here.
Yeah, you got your adventures desk right there, which is where you book all your excursions, but this would be where you come onto the ship. You have the photography studio, you have the sunshine booths, it's called the sunshine,
Which is the atrium bar.
and they usually have some kind of live entertainment going on throughout the day there. The little seating area, and then to the right side of the sunshine bar is the guest services area. This is where you come if you get any questions with billing, anything really related to the cruise.
Sunshine bar. I wonder if I could walk through this.
Is the entrance to the Radiance restaurant.
This is where we eat at night.
This is the restaurant we eat at. There's 2 levels. It's level 3 and level 4. There's entrances on both.
So this is the lower level.
Lower level.
Of the Radiance. Yeah. And you're assigned a table. And we walk through it. And when you get through it, you get to the other side. Are we at the aft of the ship now? Nope. We still got a little bit. No. Let's see.
Yeah, we're
It's kind of cut up a little bit. So we are.
we're right here right now on deck 3 of the Radiance restaurant.
So there's no access.
But you can't walk all the way through.
So there is, after you get past the Radiant, you can't go all the way through on deck 3.
It's actually the Sunshine Restaurant, so you have to go up, down, and then.
So now we're going to go up to floor 4 so we can get over to the Sunshine Restaurant. But see, there's no through access on deck 3, which is kind of strange to me.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
The Sunshine Dining Room, actually, you have to go up to level 5 and take an elevator, stairs down, back down to 3 to access it.
No, there's two entrances.
Is there one on the 3rd?
Yeah, so this is Sunshine Restaurant. We finally got to. We had trouble getting this one.
Yeah.
It's on the aft of the ship, so you can't go all the way on 3, and I don't know if you can go all the way on 4.
No.
So you have to go up to 5, go to the aft elevators, and then go down to 4 and 3. And that's where you have it. And they serve breakfast in the morning.
They serve breakfast each morning. And this is the Sunshine Restaurant has a big window off to the aft.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So you actually can look out the back of the ship.
Breakfast every morning served here.
Yeah. This one seems a lot lighter as far as,
Yeah.
compared to the Radiance because of the whole back end being open with windows.
Okay, so now we're on 4, deck 4, at the aft of the ship, We just went through the top part of Sunrise Restaurant, which they
Is
serve.
it Sunrise or Sunshine?
Sunshine Restaurant,
Okay.
which they serve breakfast every morning.
And then just a quick shot of the Limelight Lounge, because they do have an exit out of the Limelight Lounge next to the Sunshine. So this was just, I'll give you a quick shot of the interior. Like I say, this is where we came see a comedian the other night.
Okay, so now we're on deck 4, and we cannot go through deck 4.
Right.
You can't go through. So now we have to go back up to 5,
To the casino.
to the casino, and then go
Forward from there.
forward to the mid elevators, and then we'll go show you the rest of deck 4. Deck 4 and deck 3 is kind of cut up. Okay, so now we went, since you can't go all the way through on deck 4, you have
3
to
and
go
4
up
to 5.
5, go through,
Back down to 4.
and then go back down to 4, and now we're back to the Radiance.
Walking straight ahead. This is our table where we've been sitting for the last couple of nights. And then you can just look over the top down into the center section of the Radiance restaurant, so which is a specialty restaurant with an additional cost of it's now $52 per person. And just as an inside tip, that $52 is inclusive of an 18% gratuity. Okay, so now we're on deck 4, back to midship, looking down to the Sunshine Bar. You have the Java Blue coffee shop, which is specialty coffee, is additional charges. They have waters and different things, pastries and stuff there as well.
And then at the very front forward part of 4 is the bottom part of Liquid Lounge, because they have an upstairs and a downstairs. And this is where a lot of the entertainment at night was
Yeah,
held.
this is their big theater of the ship, and they do, like I say, they had one night they had a musical dance review. Last night they had an individual performer singing, and then this is where they do like their big Deal or No Deal games and family games. So
Bars at the back.
it's a nice venue.
And as we make the loop around 4, we have more pictures that they put out. And then there is a picture studio. So you can do professional pictures for an
Yeah, you
extra
can
cost.
sign up to do photo shoots and different things like that. So.
And just to let you know, we bought pictures the other night because they do it old school, but it's kind of cool. A small picture, which was about 5 by 7.
Yeah.
It was $15.
$14.99.
And then the bigger
8
picture
by 10
is $25.
24, yeah, $24.99 or 25.
Yeah. So now we're going to do deck 5, which you have your elevators at the forward part of it. And this is called the Promenade deck. So at the forward part of deck 5, you have the balcony. Or
The upper entrance to where you have additional seating up high. So far when we've come, the thing's never been completely full, but I think tonight they're doing their Deal or No Deal, which we understand is really popular. So on deck 5, this is where a lot of the shops, retail is located. You have the Carnival store, which is obviously all your Carnival items.
What time is it open?
Yeah, they're open from 9 to 11
9 to 11.
until we get there, and then 5 to 11. And then they're open pretty much all day on the last day when we're at sea the whole day.
So most stores, of course, won't open when you're in port, but they open at sea days.
Yeah.
They don't open 24/7. So
But you can also get a lot of just basic necessities in the Carnival store.
so this is the 5th level of the atrium and the Sunshine Bar.
And you get the Heroes Tribute Bar, which we haven't been in yet.
Don't you have to be like a
Veteran. Here, we'll just make a loop on deck
So-
5. Looks like a candy shop and different things. And then again, some more
They have a
Carnival.
lot of Dr. Seuss stuff
Yeah,
here.
Dr. Seuss is a big thing.
And you got a warehouse. This is the
This is the arcade. And then we have the Effie jewelry store.
we haven't been in here.
Gucci. It's got a lot of perfumes, a lot of jewelry. And then I think this is, you've got your hip fish fashion jewelry, which is now as you move into deck 5 midship, you have the Sunshine Casino, which is a pretty nice, not a huge casino. It's nice, got a lot of different table games, blackjack, roulette, and then obviously tons of slot machines.
So there is stairs for the mid over there on the other side of the bar.
And then this is the bar in the casino, which looks like maybe a little sports bar. Here you go.
Okay, this is on deck 5 in the evening time. We set up a lot of photography through here. And you can take pictures. And then as you walk on through, this is the Bonsai restaurant.
Bonsai sushi restaurant. This again is an extra charge.
This is kind of right here in the hallway.
Yeah, you got two setting at the bar area there, and then over on the side. And then as you move further into the back, you have the Alchemy Bar, which is just kind of a bar. Not much goes on there. You have the Piano Bar 88, which piano bar obviously has piano. They have some trivia, they have some gatherings and stuff there. And this is the Red Frog Pub.
There's a lot going on in the evening here.
Yeah.
A little contest.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff going on here. Trivia, games, different things, whatnot. Nice bar.
Oh, they got a game table?
Yeah. And this is at the back end is a pub game area, which they got shuffleboard, foosball.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, we are on deck 5, which is the promenade deck, and we've pretty much shown you everything there. And levels 6, 7, and 8 are all staterooms, so really not much to show there.
And then we'll show you the rest of the ship. It starts at 9 and up, and we'll show you that, the buffet and everything.
No, I didn't get.
Okay, so here is deck 9, 10, 11. But that main pool down there is in the middle of the ship. That's on deck 9. You have a lot of eatery places, which I'll show you. But we're here on 14, the adult section, looking down. And this is also where you catch the water slides. So plenty of chairs, plenty of sun.
Okay, we're heading out onto deck 14 on the Sunrise, and this is where the Serenity adult section is. This is at the very top of the ship. It's got a great overlook of wherever you are. We just happen to be at Grand Turks Estate, and so you can see down below and see that. They've got padded lounge chairs for you to sit on. They have a few day beds that you can get as well. This deck 14, there is no pool or hot tub, but they do have showers here on 14. If you get hot and need to cool down, you can do that. And then as you walk around to the other side, you can go down to what is, you would think, deck 13, but they don't have a deck 13 on this ship, so you go down to deck 12. And here you're looking down onto deck 12, and you can see the hot tub that's on the side of the ship. And down on deck 13 or deck 12, you've got towel counter, a bar area. This is also where the restroom is here for the adult area. And this is just a little bit more additional seating. And like I said, the hot tub, bathroom, bar, and towel is all services all down on this area. Now also on deck 12, as you go inside, you have all the different kids clubs. You have the Ocean Club and different things. And this is, like I say, is for where the kids area is. And again, this is on deck 12. There is no deck 13. And so you come out of that, and we'll go back out. All right, now we're done with deck 14 and deck 12. Deck 11 is just a small area with some chairs and stuff, so we're going to skip that and head on down to deck 10 aft. And on this area, this is the 10th deck, is where the smoking area is, and you also can overlook down onto deck 9 to a pool and bar area, and we'll cover that a little bit more when we get down to deck 9. But deck 10 is pretty much out in the open. It's very hot. They do have chairs up here, very minimal shade. As you come around onto the other side, you can walk by, if you can see in the windows, that's the Cucina Italian restaurant there. You don't access it from deck 10, it's accessed from deck 9 through the marketplace buffet. But as you're heading on down, you come into the main smoking area. They do put up a few umbrellas and everything for that. And around from the smoking area, you've got a covered area, which is where the DJ sets up for when they're playing music and having parties out by the pool. So that makes it kind of nice. There are a lot of chairs under the shade up here, so that's a good area if you're looking for shade. And again, you're looking over down onto deck 9, the Lido deck, and the main pool. And like I say, we'll cover more of that as we get down to deck 9. But on deck 10 aft, also, if you come around to the other side, there's another restaurant called the Pig and Anchor Barbecue. It's a real good restaurant, only open on embarkation day and sea days. It is part of your cruise package, so there's no additional cost, but great place to go on the first day. So now we're going to come down to deck 9. We're walking out onto what's called the Lido deck. And this is where the main pool area is. You've got the big screen where they play movies at night. Again, the DJ is up under deck 10. You've got 2 bars on either side of the pool, of the pool. And then at the back, you have a couple of really nice hot tubs that you can use. Also on the Lido deck, there are cabins, and this is where our cabin was located on deck 9 Lido forward. We were a little concerned that it might be loud and everything, we'd hear the music, but it was not, and it was great. It was so convenient to all the restaurants and everything, the bars and the pool. And as you're coming around this side, you've got the Blue Iguana, which is a kind of a quick service place. It's also included as part of your cruise price. And then in between that side and the other, there is some restrooms. And then as you get to the other side, you have Guy's Burger Place, which is another area that is included in the cruise price. You have a drink station there. And then, like I say, this is Guy's Burger, just good burgers and stuff. And as you move on around from there, and again, this is all included in the cruise price. And they do serve breakfast there as well. And as you move on down, going towards the marketplace, you have the ice cream station, which is serve yourself. And you can get all you want, all you eat. And then as you enter the marketplace, you have what's called the Lucky Bowl area, which is just each day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have different little bowls that you can get prepared and eat if you want to do that instead. And then moving on around, you've got the basic buffet. Again, very basic cruise ship buffet. You got your basic scrambled eggs, fruits, vegetables, things like that. They do also have a little specialty area if you want donuts, churros, or beignets. Those are an additional cost. They do have some pastries on the buffet as well, but again, one thing that we learned on the last day of the cruise is for breakfast, they have an additional line set up upstairs in the Cucina di Capitano Italian restaurant. It is a little bit of a smaller selection than what's downstairs, but they do have an omelet station up here, so you can get omelets. They have plenty of seating, and it's usually not crowded at all. Like I say, we only found out about it on the last day of the cruise, but would highly recommend if you get downstairs and it's really busy, you head up there. And normally restaurant is open for dinner, and it's a specialty restaurant that costs you extra, but for the buffet in the morning it's set up. And again, you got just pretty much the same options as you do downstairs, as well as an omelet station. So as we're coming back downstairs, going back out of the marketplace restaurant to the aft of the ship, this is again on deck 9. This is the area that has the pizzeria. There's also the Tides Bar. And there is a pool area back here, which it is not an adults only area, but for the most part, it's pretty much adults most of the time. We've saw very few kids in this area the whole time. Not real busy. The pool was never real busy. Tons of seating around there. And you've got at the back of the ship, you've got some seating underneath the shade. You also have 2 hot tubs there with you can view out the aft of the ship, so you can look out where you're going. And then as you come around from there, there's another ice cream station along with a coffee station and water station. And then on the opposite side of the pizza is called the Seafood Shack, which is another restaurant. This one is an additional cost, and it's very casual. We ate there one evening for dinner. We're able to get a pound of peel and eat shrimp, a seafood platter which had shrimp, scallops, and calamari on it. It's about $45 for the 2 of us. They also have lobster by the pound, which one of the couples got that, and it was very good as well. So highly recommend that if you want to try something a little different. Now as you go back into the marketplace from this side, at the very back in the corner we found out also there is a specialty coffee station over on the one side in the corner. You can, like I say, get your specialty coffees, unless if you're on the drink package, it's included. If it's not, then it is an additional cost, but it saves you from having to go down to deck 4 to the specialty coffee station. And as you're leaving the marketplace buffet, there is a deli on one side. Again, they're set up for breakfast sandwiches, things like that. And during lunch, dinner, you can get all kinds of turkey sandwiches, ham sandwiches, things like that.
Welcome back to Miami. Oh, that's pretty. Look at the sun. Let's get a good picture of this. Look at that. Sunrise. Welcome to Miami. Hi guys, it is the last day of our
Debarkation
cruise.
day.
And so we want to go over real quick what we liked and didn't like about Carnival. As fast as we can here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were just kind of writing down. I would do Carnival again.
Yeah, Carnival.
I liked Carnival.
Yeah, as far as Carnival goes, first time, like I said, and things that impressed us the most was, one, the ease of check-in. And I don't know if it was because we had a fairly early port arrival of 11 o'clock, but we actually got there early. They had a separate line for early arrivals, took you right in, took you over to the table, you got checked in, got stamped, got sent up to the boarding area, and all 10-15 minutes tops, you know.
It
was great, you know.
So the check-in was easy. We did bring, this is the first time ever on a cruise ship that we brought wine and Dr. Pepper just to see how the process was. Very easy.
Simple.
Carry it, you put it on, you carry on. We brought 2 wine bottles, a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper.
Run it through the x-ray machine, didn't even have to take it out of the bag, there's nothing, so very easy.
Brought a corkscrew with me, was able to get that through, no problem.
And then the cabins, really nice. I mean, you know, about standard size for most cabins, even though all the other cruise lines.
Big TV.
Looks like it had recently probably been updated a little bit. Carpet looked pretty fresh and new.
The beds they put together.
Yeah, it's 2 twin beds that they push together if you want a queen bed. So that's, you know, it's doable. It's not a big deal.
And the bathrooms are dated.
Yeah.
But the bathrooms are big counters.
Yeah,
on there.
that was the only thing in the cabin that looked old was the bathroom. It's just the colors, the flooring stuff. But like I said, it was a big bathroom.
Now the cabins were hot, and everybody talks about bringing a fan, and all of our other cruises is like, why do you need a fan? It's always so cool and everything. But you
need a fan on
I
a Carnival.
think for some reason the cabins are warm, and you can't get them cooled down.
Yeah.
So bring a fan if you can.
Yeah.
You know, that was.
And the shower was great. We'll tell you what, usually sometimes hot water is an issue. You got to be careful with this one because it gets hot. You know,
it does have a shower curtain. Yeah. Maybe some of the other Carnival ships, maybe not.
Yeah,
but this one still has shower curtain. Everybody complains about shower curtain.
Water pressure was great. So they only do body gel and shampoo in the shower. No conditioner, no hand lotion, no lotion, body lotion or anything. So you got to make sure if you do that.
And then I'm going to show you real quick. We did not like the hair dryer situation.
Yeah.
So here's your hair dryer.
It's already
plugged in.
And the mirror is off to the side, and so you got to really stretch if you need to look at the mirror and that's the other thing.
That was kind of a weird.
The mirror.
Now there's no nightstands either.
Yeah.
Which they do have this ridge at the top here, which you can put a phone.
Yeah.
Maybe some glasses or anything, but there's really no nightstands.
And then just a couple of USB plugs on the headboard. which is, you know, if you're trying to plug something in at night, you got a cord hanging down, you're, you know, good chance you're going to rip it out. But the food on the
ship,
everything.
I like the food, and we were in Radiance.
Radiance restaurant.
They do assign you a table. They do assign you a time. We were at 6, either 6 or 8. We had the 6. You can eat your own time, but we did the assigned time.
Yeah, we did the sit down early.
I thought most of the meals there were pretty.
So we ate there
good.
three nights out of the 5-night cruise, and you know, most of the last night was, you know, not the best in my opinion, not the best, but the other nights were really good. Service good, wait staff was great.
Steakhouse, it was $52 a person.
The steakhouse, Fahrenheit 555.
I would do that.
Especially, it's definitely, I think, worth the money.
Yeah, and then we also ate at the
Seafood Shack,
which was an extra cost.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really a restaurant; it's just an extra little.
It's out on the Lido deck at the aft end of the Lido deck.
And we ate there. It costed us probably what,
about $43 total.
Oh, okay.
But we got a pound of peel and eat shrimp, and then we got a big fried seafood platter that had shrimp, calamari, scallops,
which we shared, and that was if you want an extra cost.
Really good meal. But
ours was a 5-night there again from Miami, and we did their 2 islands, the Celebration Keys, which was their brand new one, which was really kind of cool,
amazing.
And then Half Moon Bay, which you have to tender in. Did not like that as well. Shows a little bit of age, and taking the tender boat back took us about an hour.
About an hour process
to wait in line.
Go through security, wait in line, get on the board, and get off.
Grand Turks is the other place you visit. Love it. Love that port.
Yeah, Grand Turks that's quick tip on Half Moon Bay. If you're when you tender in, when you're coming back, if they've got the double deck tender, get on the top deck, because that's the one where it offloads onto the ship, so you can get off a little quicker.
And then here's another tip: if you're on the Carnival Sunrise out of Miami for 5 nights, I would try to get a cabin on the port side. That is the left side if you're facing the front of the ship. I think if you have a cabin on the port side, when you're docked into the different ports, you'll be able to see the beaches. You'll have a better view. We were on the starboard side, which we looked out to the ocean a whole lot. So if I was you, I'd try to do a port side cabin, and that will give you better views, unless there's another ship docked beside you. But that's a tip I would.
We'd definitely do Carnival again. I mean, I don't think it's one and done. You know, it was good. Like I say, we were on one of the older ships, the Sunrise, but it was, for the most part, well maintained. It looked pretty clean. I mean, you saw a few areas where it looked like a little maintenance issues, but other than that, it was great.
We were pleasantly surprised.
So all in all, I'd say 2 thumbs up. Definitely do it again,
and we're going to do a golf trip next.
Yep.
Because we want to see some of the golf courses in Disney. So, and then, like I said, we still have Rome coming up. And the Greek islands, and another Hawaii trip. So come go with us.